Sunday afternoon basketball for the second last time I should say, this season here at the Nest, here at Diamond Valley Stadium. We've just had the last little bit of Indigenous round, which has taken place to commemorate a great tradition of everyone who past, present, future, and welcome to the country and everything in between. Good afternoon, wherever you are listening around Australia. This is NBL1 action here on the NBL YouTube channel. It is Diamond Valley Eagles taking on the Launceston Tornadoes in the first of our double header here. The young Launceston Tornado side only boasting a handful of players between the ages of 20 and 30, but the rest very, very young, a lot of them under the age of 18. And for Diamond Valley, they would like to secure at least the first of their 2 wins as they play their last 2 games at home for season 2019 as the NBL1 draws to a conclusion of the regular season and jumps into finals contention as well. Good afternoon, as I said. I'm Michael Thompson, as always, calling all the Diamond Valley games in season 2019 as we're about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off of the women's game here. And joining me as always for season 2019, my expert, my partner in crime.
Your better half.
He is the one and only Jay Beaton. Jay, good afternoon. Welcome to the coverage.
Afternoon, guys. And I'm here with your opening lineups. For Diamond Valley, we have the captain, Alex Wilson. The 150-game lady, Hope Turdich at number 11. Number 15, Meg Krupe. Number 31, Jerry McCorkle. And number 44, Shelby Sheslick. For the Launceston Tornadoes, we have number 1, Sarah O'Neill. Number 3, Brooke Brown. Number 6, Stephanie Gardner. Number 8, Rebecca Abel. And the captain, number 11, Stella Beck. We are 2 minutes away from tip-off in NBL1's Indigenous round, which is a big deal for us because we have 2 Indigenous in the ladies' team with, where am I going with this? With Alex Wilson and with Brianna Gregory. We also have 2 in our youth who played last night in Jade Dunn and Aiden Zelvert. So congratulations for you. I've seen the write-up that Ali Wilson did with NBL1 and how much it means. It's a great celebration for the competition.
Absolutely, great initiative as well. And the Launceston Tornadoes are one of their 2 home runs. So this is their second game this weekend. During their double-header, they went down to the Ringwood Hawks last night, 90 points to 76. Some of the best from the Tornadoes. Stella Beck had 21 points, 11 rebounds to her name. Stephanie Gardner had 14 points, 8 rebounds. And we also had, as well, Sarah O'Neill get 12 points and 3 rebounds for herself as well for the Tornadoes in their 14-point loss.
Just while I'm on my congratulations, obviously congratulations to our normal captain, Annalie Maley, who is away with the World Cup for universities, and they actually won gold over America, which is a massive deal.
They did.
What's really impressive, though, is over a third of that Australian team has ties to Diamond Valley, past or present players.
So you got Annalie Maley's one.
You had both Lauren Scherf
Yep.
and Ezzy Magabor from last year who played for us.
Currently playing for the Geelong Supercats. Scherf playing for the Knox Raiders.
You had... Crap, she's going to kill me for this.
Can't believe you dropped the crap word.
We've got 2 others that are away over in America.
As we're about to tip off in about a minute's time here.
Alex Sharp at Wake
right.
Forest, that was the other one. And one of the girls who played her junior career here, who I actually haven't had the pleasure of meeting.
Nah, fair enough. Quick tip from you, Jay, before we tip off here.
I reckon Diamond Valley can pull out the win, but knowing the girls, it'd be a close one.
Yep.
Be nice to see Hope have a good game, you know, on 150 games with Siebel NBL1, which is a massive achievement. Like, you play upwards to 18 to 20 games a season. That means she's played probably 10 years in this comp.
And fantastic looking jerseys that the lovely ladies from Diamond Valley are wearing today as well.
Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. You almost wish this was our normal uniform.
Well, I was actually speaking to our on-court announcer about an hour before we jumped on here, Jay, and I thought the better idea, maybe hopefully for next year, we can get like an eagle with a basketball holding for the Indigenous jerseys. How cool would that be?
Yeah, you've got to remember it's supposed to be very about the Indigenous, not so much about the Eagle, but I'm sure we could work something out.
And it's going to be Stella Beck tipping off here with Shelby Sheslick as the countdown begins. 10 seconds exactly. Here we go. Okay, we're staying a little bit earlier than per se. And Sheslick wins the tip-off for Diamond Valley, and they've started well here with Turd. He's getting the first 2 points of the game, 2-0.
Nice way for her to start.
Especially in game 150. Ball now heading with Sarah O'Neill. Very important cog in this Tornadoes lineup. Here is Gardner going in for an early three, can't do so. Good rebounding there from Ali Wilson, and the girls are away yet again.
And this is what I wanted to see. It's what I've been asking for all year. It was an unfortunate turnover, but playing inside out to start the game.
Oh, beautiful steal there from
Shelby.
Long one over to Turdich.
It's a little bit long.
Turdich staying in court, which is good. Over to McCorkle, back to Turdich. Can Turdich get her for 4 points a game? She cannot.
Commentator's curse.
Always commentator's curse. Expecting a bit more from...
That was a lovely lay-in, though.
Expecting a bit more from the Eagles lineup. We went down by 22 points last week to the Bendigo Braves, who are in finals contention. I think they've just made the finals as well, the Bendigo Braves women's team.
Yeah, I believe they have.
It's going to be very interesting to see how they go, because they've got a pretty stacked...
That's a beautiful pass from Ali Wilson. Sorry to cut you off.
That's all right.
Great finish by Sheslick.
4-2, 8:40 left here in the first. I was going to say it's a pretty stacked looking women's side when it comes to the finals in a couple of weeks, Jay.
Yeah. Well, they all are at this level. Every team's built with monsters.
You got the likes of Bendigo, you got Albury, you got Geelong, you've got Nuttawading.
Foul was on McCorkle.
Picking up her first foul of the afternoon.
Feel bad for the scorers. Trying to see the numbers on some of these Launceston jerseys is a nightmare, especially when the hair's in the way.
And that was Brooke Brown there with the extra to give the Tornadoes a 5-4 lead. 8:26 left here in the first, and whistle's being called here, Jay.
Baseline foul, and from Shelby's reaction, she's not happy. It's on white 3, which is Brooke Brown.
Who took the free throw there.
Yeah. This is baseline ball, Diamond Valley. Shelby's open.
And Shelby...
A little bit short, but Hope's got it.
And Hope can get it.
Finish.
And the Eagles, 6-5. You can hear the clappers, they're out in full force too with the little mop squad over there, Jay.
Yeah, those clappers.
Ball came off the foot of Sheslick. Ball sticking now with Brown. Brown for a deep two, and she sinks that beautifully for the Tornadoes, and they've put themselves back into a 1-point lead. 8 minutes to go.
The Launceston Tornadoes seem to have a little contingent of fans up on the top left.
Good travelling fans there as McCorkle gets herself 2 points and her first 2 of the afternoon as well. And Jay McCorkle, she's been really good this season, Jay.
Yeah, she's very just steady. You know what you're going to get from her each game. She's maybe not going to blow your hair away with some of the fantastic stuff, but she's a good contributor and you can rely on her.
Still averaging under 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2.3 assists with a field goal percentage of 39%.
Yeah, it's good averages. She just doesn't, she's not a focal point of our offense, but she really does help with all the little things.
And Turdich and definitely Sheslick are going to stand up as well. And as we said, congratulations to Annalie Maley and the girls for winning golds over at the uni games over there in Italy. Again, Maley still enjoying a bit of holiday mode, but she should be back hopefully for the last game against the Southern Sabres next week.
Yeah, I believe so. That was another turnover from Ali Wilson trying to feed the post. And Launceston are going at the rack.
Yep, it's off now to Abel, and they'll get the 2 points there. And that's coming from Brown.
She's obviously going to be a focal point for them early. That's 3 straight possessions they've gone to her.
Sheslick over to McCorkle, back over to Sheslick. Trying to get through Brown, she can, and she can seek the 2 points as well to cut the margin back to 1 point with 6.5 left.
Look, it's great. Yeah, Ali's had a few mistakes, but it's great decision making. Look at the height difference Sheslick has on every player out there. Give her the ball and get out of her way.
Here's Gardner. Ball was back over to Abel. Going to try and shoot now. 3-point opportunity from Beck. Can't do so. And a rebound there from defensively from Ali Wilson.
Maybe she's going to go for a triple-double tonight.
Croupy.
They're going to call that as a hooking offensive foul on Shelby Sheslick.
And she's not happy at all. You can see it in her face as she is
Well, the thing
Bit
is
disappointed with
that
that.
team is so much smaller than her. They're being really, really physical, and she just got called for what's essentially the retaliation foul. They were being physical. She pushed back, got in trouble.
Scores 11-10.
They took Shelby out thinking that was her second, but because it's her first foul, she's getting back on quickly.
Ball sticky now with
Taylor
Tornadoes.
Bretherington with the rebound.
Missed shot there from Abel. They're away now through Krupi to McCorkle. Over to Ali Wilson.
Nice on ball.
What's Ali thinking? She'll find Hope. And Hope's thinking too, and Hope can find the net 4-2.
It's a really good sign if Hope gets her shooting touch early. She's been inconsistent this year, but the girl can spin it.
Well, 6 points for 60% at the moment is Hope Turdich this afternoon, Jay, already. For her 4 minutes and 15 seconds on court. 3-point opportunity from the Tornadoes goes begging. Ball now stuck with Beck. Beck passes over to O'Neill. Over to Stephanie Gardner, who's been very dangerous for the Tornadoes this season.
Well, you look at her, she's the most athletic player out on this court.
And she made a meal out of Ali Wilson there, unfortunately for her, and has put the Tornadoes back into a 1-point lead here, 13-12.
Sure, it won't be long before Ali gets her own back.
Looking at Stephanie Gardner's stats as well, she's averaging 17 points per game as well for the Tornadoes this season.
Oh, the slip. And Bretherington will pick up that foul. So
Line for 2 for the Tornadoes.
they don't have the numbers are on the top corner, number 11. So it's the
Stella
captain Beck. That Tornadoes uniform is a nightmare to try and find the numbers for. Feel sorry for the score staff.
Stella Beck, 14.3 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, field goal 45%.
It's a good field goal percentage, but you've noticed that early. She takes good shots.
She does. As I said, 21 points, 11 rebounds last night in a 14-point loss to the Ringwood Hawks as well.
Yeah, but we played the Ringwood Hawks a couple weeks ago. They're strong on both the male and female teams.
15-14, Tornadoes in front, under 5 minutes to play in the first. Krupi, good long ball over to Bretherington, who wants to get herself on the score sheet, and that was way too short there for Caleb Bretherington.
But you yourself mentioned it. This Launceston team is very, very young. I think when I looked at it, the average age is actually 18, which is raised up by their veteran.
Well, the oldest player on court this afternoon will be Ali Partridge, and Cassandra Jordan, who's 38.
Exactly. So when you've got one 38-year-old in their team and their average is 18 or 19, that tells you how young some of their players have to be.
Yep, and they're a bit faster as well as Krupi goes for 3. That's good to see. 17 all. Meg Krupi getting the first 3 for the Eagles, and not a bad release there from her.
Yeah, Krupi's a shooter. You'd hope she can score. Like, the defense for Diamond Valley needs to tighten up. We're giving up layups, and that's just ridiculous. However, this offense, I'm really liking the look of it. We're making the right decisions for the most part, playing inside out and hitting the shooters when they're open.
Wilson, whistle's been called.
Offensive foul called on number 2, which is Taylor Bretherington.
That's her second foul, Jay.
Believe it was on a moving screen, which was trying to free up Krupi.
So I think Goodman will try and bring back in.
Launceston have made a sub. Number 4 on, which is Micah Simpson, and number 8, Rebecca Abel, will take a break.
It's like Jerry McCorkle might come back on for Bretherington very shortly.
I'd imagine so.
Gardner.
She's got 2 fouls.
Brown. Long shot there from the Tornadoes. And they've scored their 3 points there, 22-17. It's coming from Simpson, actually.
That's what we need. We need more of that. Give it to Shelby and get out of the way.
3:20, 22-19. And they're shooting 3.
Down. 2.
Oh, 2.
Stepped inside.
Deep, very deep 2 there from Stephanie Gardner. Almost looked like it was a 3-pointer from where we were.
Ali Wilson's going to have to take the challenge on her head. Ali's the captain tonight. She's an Opals player. She needs to step up and get the defensive lockdown. That is an offensive moving screen foul on Hope Turdich. We've had 3 offensive fouls on 3 possessions.
And 2 of them are moving as well. So not a good start for the Eagles.
Yeah, we're also in the bonus, which doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Gardner trying to run rings around us. Can't do so. There's Brown. And her and Bretherington go to grounds. Baseline ball. head of the way of Stephanie Gardner. Gardner, long throw over to O'Neill. O'Neill trying to go herself. She'll find Gardner again for three, and it will not go in. It bounced on the rim a couple of times. Bounced back out. Sheslick picks up the defensive rebound, and the Eagles are away through Wilson. Over to Sheslick, who should get two here. She can't do so.
Bretherington's collected it.
She's kept it in, though. Kayla Bretherington, great stuff from her. Here's Wilson. Dodging, weaving. Krupe.
Splash.
Look at May Krupe's stats from last week. It shows why that she's improved so much over the last couple of weeks. 11 points, a rebound, and 5 assists against Bendigo. It's Wilson's three. Bit off. But it shows that May Krupe, she's had a great second half of this season,
That's
Jay.
a lucky miss. We can't allow straight line drives to the bucket.
Margin at 2, under 2 minutes left here. Sheslick can't tie things up.
She's frustrated herself on that one.
She has. The Tornado girls were pretty happy for that. O'Neill back over to Gardner, who's going to be very dangerous today.
To be fair, I'll live with Gardner taking pull-ups. She's so athletic getting at the rim. If she wants to stay away and shoot, let her.
Turnage. She's sticking with Wilson to Stephanie Gardner. Gives Bretherington a bit more space to play with. Back over to Wilson. Turdage, thank you very much. That's tied up. 24 apiece, 1:15 left.
Ali Wilson's decision-making's improving, which is great to see.
We're sticking here with the Tornadoes. Ball is with Stella Beck, the captain. Now it's a long shot. Got hit off there. Looked like that was Mika Simpson. Gardner trying to go with the flick pass. Can't do so. And the Eagles, again, they're away, which is good. And it's through Ali Wilson. Bretherington thinking three of her own. It hits the rim, and it goes out of bounds. Sideline ball going to the Launceston Tornadoes as we see number 12 heading back in, which is Jess Johnston for her first minute of the game. And we see Brooke Brown take a breather. With only 45.6 seconds, it's 24 apiece between the Eagles and the Tornadoes here at the Nest. O'Neill. They're thinking three again, the Tornadoes. A bit too much on that three. And that came from the newly minted Johnson, who just came out on court. Bretherington to Krupe. Over to Wilson. Back over to Krupe. Krupe thinking 3 for 3.
It's a little bit off.
Close to it, though. 15 seconds. Still 24 all. Tornadoes with the ball. They can play around with this clock a little bit. Johnston.
So the shot clock's off. Let's see what we can get with a last-second shot.
Johnson missing that one. Wilson, can she get the two? Sheslick might get the two instead. Can't do so. And as we go to a small break here, Jay.
Ali just take that herself there.
24 apiece. We'll be back very, very shortly with the second quarter and the thoughts of Jay Beaton with the first quarter stuck at 24 between the Eagles and the Tornadoes. Welcome back to Diamond Valley Stadium. Very, very shortly, we'll get the thoughts of Jay Bean. And if you've just joined us, 24 apiece between the Tornadoes and the Eagles. And for his first quarter analysis of how that went down, here is my expert this afternoon, Jay Beaton.
Hope Turdich is having herself a ball game. 3 rebounds, 10 points on 70% shooting. Like, give that lady the ball and get out the way.
Not bad for game 150 either for Hope Turdich, that's for sure. Betherington restart things here in the second quarter.
Just for the technicalities out there, she actually passed 150 the other day, but this is the first home game since.
That makes a lot more sense. And speaking of which, Turdich gained herself an extra 2 points then. Now she's up to 12 points for the game, shooting at 75% from the field this afternoon. And the Eagles will regain the ball from the baseline.
As you said to me off air, it's great to see the male team come down early and support.
Absolutely. Ben Allen and Darcy Harding among the faces.
Joel and Logan are here as well, and I've seen a few of the other boys.
Big game. They'll be playing the Northwest Tasmania Thunder, the combination between Launceston and Northwest Tasmania as they sink in a three-pointer there. And that came from Micah Simpson.
Yeah, beautiful looking jump shot.
Combination, the Launceston Tornadoes supply to
There
women's.
we go, she got her foul.
Yep.
Would have been nice if it dropped. But
I was going to say the Launceston Tornadoes, they supply their women's team this season. Northwest Tasmania Thunder are the men's team.
Foul was on number 12, Johnston.
That's her first foul of the afternoon. Hope 75% as we said, 12 points for the game so far, 3 rebounds. As we're about to see Ivana Vasilovic join the party very, very shortly. And Jerry McCorkle looks like she's about to come back out on court as well.
Yeah, get a bit more shooting out there with Ivana.
And
I imagine it'd be Bretherington and Sheslikoff, yeah.
correct.
So you've now got 3 shooters on the floor with Jerry who can shoot as well. So the idea, I would imagine, is dump the ball into Hope, wait for the double team to come and find the open shooter.
And might as well do it now while we're all tied up at 27 apiece with the Tornadoes line up. Quick shot there from O'Neill and sinks that beautifully. Great work there from Sarah O'Neill for the Tornadoes. And that was a very deep 2 from her as well. Corkle, Vasilovic, Wilson.
This is what I want to see more of. Our offense goes where Ali Wilson's going to take it. She's a great player.
Here's
Let's see what
Jerry.
she can give us.
Good offensive there from Turdich. And
They've
she
counted it. It got in just before the expiry.
was going to say she beat the buzzer there and she's put us back in the lead, 30-29. In this one, Gardner with trying to get a quick 2 there, couldn't do so. The girls can press through Wilson to Krupi. Krupi going to try and press now. She was thinking Turdich.
She was looking for the pass to Turdich.
Yeah, couldn't find it. She thought I'd go myself instead, and might bite us in the you-know-what from O'Neill.
Foul on Vasilovic.
Vasilovic.
She wasn't happy about it. She thought she got all ball, but... So number 8, Abel, and number 14, Bingley are coming on.
Bingley 16.
Number 4, Simpson, and number 6, Gardner taking a break.
You're right, though. You look at how young this lineup is, and they've got a 16-year-old out there right now in Bingley who's now received the ball. She passes back over to Abel. They're thinking they might use the shot clock a little bit. O'Neill, offensive rebound there from the Tornadoes, going to try and reset again. Missed shot there through Johnston. Vasilovic trying to find the net, couldn't do so. Ball goes out. Last touch on the Tornadoes, and McCorkle will bring the ball back in, Jay. As Mate Krupi takes a spell.
Screen set for Sheslik to be open, or Hope. There we go.
Sheslik back on court.
She's drawing a foul for the AM1. Foul was on 8, Abel.
It's Abel's first foul of the afternoon. 30.
Hope's certainly having a game.
She is. She's up to 18 points already. Field goal at 80%. 5 rebounds.
Brown is joining us, and Johnston's taking a break.
She could almost hit the double-double before half-time here, Jay.
Can you not commentators curse everything?
Missed on the extra. Still really good half from Hope Turdich in game 150. Long ball thrown over to Abel. It was own three-point opportunity, and that was very, very short from Beck Abel. And Hope Turdich just watched that ball go out of bounds on the baseline. Ball is hers.
Point forward, huh?
That was a very long throw. Turdich is like, I'm sorry.
That might be why we have point guards on the floor.
Yep.
2 of them, in fact.
I hope looked at Jerry straight away and said, oops, my bad. Won't happen again. Ball stuck with Bingley. Here is Beck. Back over to Bingley, and Bingley can get herself off the mark. She's off the mark. Marching cut back to 1. Turdich thinking an extra 2 points.
Hope should have driven there.
She had a bit more space, didn't she? This ball stuck with the Tornadoes. Abel, Beck. We've got a bit more of experience.
Shelby just erased that one.
Tornado goes down. That was, I think, Brown.
Just a little bit too strong from Wilson.
And the Eagles, opportunity going begging because it's back in the hands of the Tornadoes. Through O'Neill, she get the bucket, and she does. She gets the bucket beautifully.
Jonathan's called a timeout to sort out this defense.
33-32. Let's have a look at some of the stats really quickly, Jay, while we can. We'll do that now with the team stats first. So tell us about how the Tornadoes and Eagles are going here.
I don't like the 6 turnovers out of the Eagles, but the 11 assists does sort of make up for it. It's nice to be winning the rebounding battle. Free throw percentage is 67%. It's not great, but it is only on 3 attempts. 29% from deep. Let's stop shooting threes and give the ball to Hope and Shelby. Nice little spread on everything. We got a few different people rebounding, few scorers. We're spreading it out nice and evenly. But if you look at Hope Turdich's field goal percentage, just give her the ball. Like,
she's on fire, 73% fit from the field.
She's a great passer as well, so give her that ball, get her on the high or the low post. If the double team comes, she's going to happily kick it out to the open shooter. If it doesn't, I'd bet on Hope taking one-on-one these young girls. They're too young, too small. Give her the ball, let her go to work.
18 points from 14 minutes out on court so far for Hope Turdich in this one. As we're about to restart play, Tornadoes back out on court. This is the second last home game of the season, second last game for the Eagles of the season. So glad we get the 2 final home games in season 2019. So at least we get to, our fans can come out in droves for these last 2 games, Jay, which is fantastic to see. Wilson.
Just avoided the 5-second call there.
Vasiljevic thinking 3. She's normally good from that range. Can't do so. And the rebound coming from Steffi Gardner for the Tornadoes. And she's slowly making her way here. Ball stuck now with the Eagles through Brown. Over now to O'Neill. Back over to Stephanie Gardner. Gardner thinks she might go herself here. She finds the safe option in Brown. And Brown will stick the 3 here for the Tornadoes. And that has cut the margin now out to 4. McCorkle. Vasiljevic.
Just a bit slow on the rotation.
Over to Sheslick. Turdich. And that's exactly what you wanted to see.
They're doing the correct thing, but I think it's a bit of a foreign offense for them at the second, so they're a bit confused upon the correct rotation.
20 points for Hope Turdich in this one. And what a shot from Stephanie Gardner.
Yeah, she's good everywhere, apparently. However, I'll still live with her shooting rather than driving at us.
Stephanie Gardner now up to 9 points. Vasiljevic trying to get a 3 of her own. Can't do so. Rebound there from Brown.
That was probably the wrong shot. While she's a great shooter, sometimes it's better to move the ball around a bit first.
Gardner thinking 3 again. Can't do so this time. Turdich, now Wilson. They're away. Who through Vasiljevic. She was thinking long range, thinking a bit shorter now. Back over to McCorkle. Wilson.
Great to hear the other Michael trying to get the crowd involved.
Absolutely. Sheslick thinking too.
There we go. That's the correct way. Find the big in the middle and play through it.
Margin back out to 3 now. Tornadoes still with the 39-36 lead as we near half-time. And again, the offensive coming again from the Tornadoes.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication between Ivana and Hope.
Oh, they do it so smooth here, the Tornadoes.
Ivana's going to pick up that foul. Shooting to 2. Launceston one foul on shooter, sub on shooter, and Krupi for Eagles will be joining us, and Ali Wilson will be taking a quick break. Beck is the one waiting to come on. She's coming on for the shooter.
Who's O'Neill?
O'Neill.
O'Neill gets the first. Up to 7 points now is O'Neill, and she'll get the second. And you're right there, Jay. She goes off.
I'm always right. You
And
should know
Stella
this by
Beck,
now.
and shut up. And Stella Beck comes back on. Margin now out to 5 points.
I'm like your mother. You're just not supposed to argue with me.
Turdich. McCorkle. Back over to Turdich. To Vasilovic. Turdich. Sheslick.
They've called a holding foul on number 11.
Stella Beck. And it's baseline ball. Third foul committed by the Tornadoes. So the Eagles are 1 foul away from being in the bonus, Jay, which would pay dividends for us leading into halftime. Turdich.
This is the offense I wanted to see all season.
22 points, 6 rebounds now for Hope Turdich in this one. Gardner. They're thinking the quick fix here through Abel. Abel over to Brown. Brown thinking 3. Couldn't do so. Sheslick gets the rebound. Sidesteps her opponent. Krupi. McCorkle. Sheslick.
Hope just giving a bit of extra emphasis with the fouls coming.
Vasilovic was thinking to McCorkle, but Gardner just steals it out like a thief in the night over to Abel, and they went through that back door there quite convincingly. They found the key.
Couldn't do too much there. 2-on-1, you're never going to win that. You just hope they stuff it.
Sheslick, Turdich going by herself.
Turdich has got a foul. She's going to be irritated. She missed it, but at least she got the foul. Foul was on 14, which is Bingley. Wilson will be rejoining us, and Vasilovic, Ivana will be taking a seat.
Vasilovic coming off for
I've had a
breather.
season to get that, and I still can't.
Her brother doing great things over as well.
He hit the game-winning shot for the bronze medal, I believe.
Also shooting, also playing fantastic basketball over in the States as well.
Yeah, University of Miami.
Turdich missing the first. She needs to sink the second. She does that beautifully. She's up to 23 points for the game.
There was a late scoreboard announcement. Number 5, Anis, will be joining us, and number 14, Bingley, will be taking a seat.
Aisha Annis joining for the first time this afternoon for the Tornadoes. Able to Gardner. They've been working in tandem all quarter, and Stephanie Gardner again left right open.
Beautiful fadeaway. Well, the issue is Hope there took away the driving lane because Gardner is a beast driving. However, if you take away a driving lane, you leave a shooting option open. You can't take away everything.
No, you can't.
You live with it.
But getting the rebound as it got a little bit brighter in here.
Yeah,
the sun's coming out.
Hey, that was a late whistle as Ali Wilson takes a whack to the face. Number 11, Captain Beck. Bretherington is subbing on because of the bonus. Wilson will be taking shots, and Hope Turdich will take a well-deserved rest.
And that's why that's why Ali was so happy there, Jay, because we're in the bonus now.
At half-time, I imagine Hope will be on 22 points and 6 rebounds. Wilson is not happy with herself for that one.
Well, you're on because Hope's on 23 points and 6 rebounds.
Okay, I missed a point.
Wilson can cut the margin now back to 5. Ball staying now with the Tornadoes. They got a slender 5-point lead, 3-point chance there from Abel. Can't do so. She'll get the rebound. Mistake there from McCorkle. And Krupe will get the steal. She will be fouled, and she will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, there's nothing shooters love more than free throws. And Krupe is, I'm finding her free throw percentage for the year, 65%. So hopefully she can boost this a little. First one's good. Second one's good. That helped with her percentages and cuts the lead to 3.
45-42. As we tick into the last 90 seconds of this second quarter. It's been Tornadoes.
Foul is on 15, which is Krupe. That is Krupe's second by my count. First on, my bad.
There's double checking here.
It's okay, it helps us out if that's only her first anyway.
And it's going to be a shot in.
Lead back out to 5. Let's see what Ali Wilson's got in her bag of tricks.
Wilson to Bretherington. Kayla finds Krupe over to McCorkle. And a steal there from Gardner, and she's been on fire this second quarter. And she's going to make us pay with a 2-pointer. No, she's not, which is good.
Hey, the commentator curse worked for us for once.
Wilson with a defensive rebound. Bretherington. Turdish about to come back on court for the last minute or so. Krupe, 2. Nope. Shesley couldn't get the offensive
Can't
rebound.
find the bucket for a last minute or 2.
It looks like Beck is telling the Tornadoes to calm down just a little bit. Over to Gardner. Gardner trying to dodge and weave her way through. Back over to Beck. Can't find it. Found O'Neill instead. And they're just toiling now with the shot clock. Here is Stephanie Gardner. Shesley could have used
like a little dirt fade away. Timeout, Diamond Valley. We will be back in a second.
And we're back here at the Nest. It is currently 49-42 in favour of the Launceston Tornadoes. Here to give his last analysis of the half before we hit for halftime. Here is Jay Beaton, my expert this afternoon.
Analysis is pretty easy. Learn to stop the drivers. Stop the ball denial with Gardner. We can't do the work late. You need to do your work early. And give the ball to Hope Turdich and get the hell out of her way.
25-18 in favour of the Tornadoes in this quarter, Jay, by the way, shooting-wise. Shesley using her frame. That's what she should be using.
Surprised there wasn't a flopping warning there.
Krupe keeping her footing. Turdich.
Yeah, it was a buzzer beater attempt. However, she had a couple more seconds than maybe she realised. There's the flopping warning I was worried about.
And we're under 10 seconds to go now before we hit the half. John Goodman is not happy, as you can see.
Well, he's down by 7 in a quarter, in a game where Hope scored 22. I can understand his
23.
frustrations.
So we tick down the last 3 seconds. Gardner.
You
can't
live with
hit
that.
it.
Pull up over a contest.
And at half time, as we go to the break, Diamond Valley down by 7, 18 points in that quarter to the Tornadoes 25. We're going to take a very, very short break, and coming back with the second half of this action here at Diamond Valley. Scoreline 49-42 in favour of the Tornadoes.
And we're back for a couple minutes of halftime analysis. The big ones I've noticed is Launceston are only 20%.
Launceston.
I'm English, so it's Launceston. They're only 20% from 3 at 4 of 20, so we're really lucky they're not dropping at the second. The fact that we have turned the ball over 8 times is not great, especially when they've scored 9 easy points off that.
No.
Shooting percentage is really good. We're at 51%. Obviously, that's sort of carried by the fact that Hope's on 71% of 10 for 14. Like most people with 14 shots have not made 10 of them.
I'm loving their stats at the moment. 23 points, 7 rebounds, shooting from the field at 71%. It's remarkable.
My point is proven with the case of Stephanie Gardner. She's got 13 points. Her 2-point percentage, which is her pull-ups and her drive, she's shooting 62.5%. However, leave her alone from deep because she's 1 of 6. If she wants to keep shooting from out there, let her. With a player of the caliber of Stephanie Gardner, it's not stopping them. You're never going to go, you're getting 0 tonight. It's putting them in positions for bad shots. Let her sit there and shoot the threes because I'd rather her that than have her carve our defense.
And for those who have just joined us as well, 49-42 is the scoreline between Launceston and Diamond Valley. If you are wondering why Derek Washington is not on the bench for the Tornadoes, he resigned during the week, effective immediately to pursue other opportunities. So Michael Johnstone is taking the team for the rest of the season, the last 2 games of the season. Well, he coached his first game last night for the Tornadoes against the Ringwood Hawks, so this is his second game in charge of them.
Yeah, he was their assistant coach, so he's essentially an interim head coach.
Caretaker, depending on what kind of word you want to use for that one.
I think the official title is interim head coach, and obviously he wants to have a good final few games to apply for the job for next season.
Absolutely, and for those who also don't know as well and who've just joined us as well with the Launceston Tornadoes, they've got a deal, or they've got their women's side supplied for the NBL1 season, whereas the men have given us the Northwest Tasmania Thunder,
which we'll be playing next.
As the men have dearly departed the VIP lounge because they've gone to get ready now in the change rooms. I can see Matt Reynolds about to jump in too. He's just joined.
Before we start, I just want to highlight how beautiful these ref uniforms are. I got a sneak peek at them earlier in the week.
This morning?
No, earlier in the week. The ref uniforms have been organised statewide by NBL1.
That's fantastic.
And yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. It's a great round we're putting on. Great celebration.
As we're about to begin the second half of this one, Tornadoes up by 7. Here's Beck Gardner again. She's in space. One thing you don't need to do. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill blocked off. There's by Brown. Brown, long pass over, and that was Beck.
Offensive foul. I believe it's going to be on number 8. Yep.
Which is Beck
moving
Abel.
Screen.
So Beck Abel giving away the first foul offensively of this half. And
hey, we got called for a lot of them last half, so maybe it's their turn.
That's her second foul of the game too, by the way, Jay. For those playing at home, McCorkle, Wilson.
How would you play at home, Michael?
I don't know. Wilson, Turdich. Can she get her first 2 points? And she can. And she can add to the 23 because she's now on 25 points, 7 rebounds.
Hope's starting off how she did in the first half. Let's see if she can get 40 tonight.
I said no Annalie Maley still. She's still overseas at this point in time. She should be back for the last game of the season against the Southern Sabres next weekend, which I'm looking forward to calling alongside you for the last time this season.
That's a bit of a rough call, but the ref had best view, so we'll go with their judgment.
As we tick into 9 minutes now, so 1 minute elapsed already in this third quarter. Gardner to bring her back in from the baseline. She'll find Beck. Gardner.
Foul, Ali Wilson, baseline.
Stop the momentum of Stephanie Gardner, who was on fire in that second quarter.
Second, I believe. Her first.
Just looking quickly at the stats for Stephanie Gardner in that first quarter compared to the second quarter. She only had 3 points to her name in that one.
She had a 10-point second quarter.
Yeah, she did. 3-point opportunity there for Brown. Goes off. Picked up by the Eagles through Turdich. Sheslick Got it from Krupi. Turdish
Got
trying
to
to
put it higher than that on Gardner. Girl can jump.
Stephanie Gardner, again, just absolutely dominating like she started in that second quarter. They said 10-point second turn from this girl. She's sinking 3.
Splash. She's going to be a threat tonight. We were well aware of this fact.
Sheslick, quick 2.
Lead back to 6 points. Let's see if Diamond Valley can cut into it.
Stephanie Gardner now on 16 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists.
Jerry helps her up after committing the foul.
Margin at 6 points. It'll be baseline ball. One mistake is going to go to the line, actually, for that one. There's a shooting foul, that one, so be O'Neill. And O'Neill can sink the first, and the margin is at 7:53.46 in favour of the Tornadoes. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third. The margin now at 8. And this is, as you said, a good chance for Mike Johnston to get his feet a little bit wet as Krupi goes.
See, I like that shot from Krupi. The offense had stagnated and she had an open shot.
But for Mike Johnston, for the Tornadoes, it's a good way to get his feet dipped into the coaching realm too, because if he can get at least a win or 2 with this Tornadoes lineup before the season ends, then he's putting in a good case to coach them next season.
It's an extended job interview, essentially.
Pretty much. Wilson, Krupi, back over to Ali Wilson.
Ali probably should have given that one up earlier.
Very proud Indigenous woman is Ali Wilson. And Sheslick will get the 2 points. And she will go to the line for the extra as well to cut the margin back to 5, Jay Beaton.
Yeah, I'm not really liking the loop pass. Look, it's a great play and all, but we don't seem to be able to get it on point, and Gardner can hop. Throwing it over her head's not the best. I'd rather see Sheslick actually front. She's so big, like, get her fronting it, grab the ball, spin, put it in.
Sheslick up to 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists for the game, 1 steal and 1 block.
Just for those aware, Beck is now on her 3rd personal foul, so she's in foul trouble.
Which pays dividends for the Eagles, because she gets her 4th foul in the 3rd quarter. She'll be seen out until very late in that last term. Ball quickly brought up there by Brooke Brown, and the bench goes up for the Tornadoes. Not too much for the grandstand, but more the bench. Turdich, very short.
Needs to get on the drive there. She's frustrated about her finish, but I still would have rather had her put her head down, 1 bounce, do a Euro or something, get to the rack.
And her field goal percentage has gone down to 69% now.
Oh, the horrors when you go down to that.
Sheslick was on 73% before.
No, I'm joking, because most players would pay to be on that sort of shooting percentage.
Yeah. O'Neill trying to get through Sheslick.
That's Shelby's second block where she's like, get that out of here. Reminds me of a bit of a Josh Sykes from Eltham.
That's one thing about the 6'5" frame of Shelby Sheslick. It's very hard to get through her when she's
not a small woman.
No, she's not. And if you look at her stats this afternoon, it tells you that's the reason why.
Weak side help's got to come.
Abel, 3, can't find it. McCorkle with the rebound. And chance for the Eagles to drive through Wilson to Sheslick.
There we go.
Sheslick getting her 2 points, 15 points she's up to now for the game.
Yeah, our offense is humming nicely. How about we get a stop?
Ball with Abel. And Beck Abel with a beautiful 3 there.
Puts the margin back out to 8. Finish as well. I love it.
I just love the trash talking out there from both teams. Sheslick began. Beck Abel said, cop that. In a bit of a spin. McCorkle, Sheslick.
That's the one Sheslick should have passed up. She didn't recognize the double with the 3-man.
Seeing what they can do now through Stephanie Gardner. Gardner can't get through Wilson. She'll find instead Jess Johnston.
Ooh.
What'd you see, Jay?
So they're going to call this a blocking foul on Hope. However, I thought she was straight.
That's her 2nd foul of the afternoon. And Jess Johnston to shoot 2 from the line. And definitely not what the girls wanted. Because worst case scenario is the Tornadoes can extend this to the biggest lead of the game, which is 10 points. The Clappers are in full force as Johnson gets the first. Johnson getting her first points of the afternoon, and she can sink the second as well. And up to 10 points now, 61-51, 5:40 left in the third. Tornadoes in front as Wilson goes to drive.
I should have gone to Hope earlier there.
Sheslick, Krupi, in a bit of a predicament against Abel. Wilson thinking three, can't get it.
Hope's
Turdich
retained it, and she's going to the line again. She's frustrated that she can't finish, but at least she's getting to the line. That's number 6, Gardner.
Turdich now up to 8 rebounds for the game as you've dropped your pen on the ground.
Technically your pen, smartass. It's Gardner's first foul.
Hope up to 26 points. And that percentage will go up by 0.5 at least. She's up to 27 now. 27 points, 8 rebounds for Hope Turdich in this game. She's almost cracked the 30 mark points-wise, Jay.
I'm hoping she gets to 40 by the end of the game. It'd be a nice achievement.
Fingers crossed, especially in game 150.
Step back.
Abel can't get the 3. Out of dodge are the girls with Wilson. Wilson thinking 3. Try and cut the margin. Can't do so. Bretherington couldn't get herself there in a nick of time. And Stephanie Gardner.
Going.
She's going to try and go herself here. Coast-to-coast stuff from Stephanie Gardner. Failed to do
short, but she's complaining about a foul.
And the girls are away here through Krupi, a bit too much
Krupi
on the.
Sent that one into the bleachers.
That was a powerful throw by Meg Krupi, and Ali Wilson said that was a bit too powerful for my liking.
They're waiting for somebody to go get the ball, and nobody has.
As Jay Beaton does the right thing and goes and retrieves the ball for the girls so they can continue playing here. Well done, Jay.
And I'm back after ball boy duties.
Should get the mop squad to do it.
They're on the wrong side of the court. The players went, yeah, I'm not getting it. The ref didn't want to move, so. Hey, at least Launceston made a turnover, and hopefully we can cut into the lead.
Here's Wilson. Over to Bretherington. Krupi.
It's going to be a holding foul on number 3, which is Brown. It's for arms circling onto Shelby, holding her in place when she needs to get her ass out of the 3-second court.
And good thing, Jay, is that's the 4th foul committed.
They're in the bonus for the rest of the way.
Yep. Eagles in the bonus now. Bretherington. Short one to Turdich.
Great pass and just unfortunate fumble by Turdich.
So margin still at 8, 61-53. Eagles still not down and out just yet. Indigenous round 14. Second last weekend of the regular season of the NBL1. Finals a couple weeks away, which I'm looking forward to watching to see who's going to take out the inaugural NBL1 trophy. I'll get a tip from Jay Bennett next week on who he thinks is going to be the champions of the women's and the men's and the runners-up as well. Stephanie Gardner goes the line for 2. She's up to 16 points, 41%, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Misses on the first. Diamond Valley next week, Saturday night against the Southern Sabres.
Yeah, they get to see Dave Barlow in person.
Melbourne United's own Dave Barlow.
As much as I love Melbourne United, I hope he has a crap game next week.
Sheslick over to Bretherington. Ball blocked. And again, the Tornadoes are away.
You've got to put some height on that pass. You can't put it flat.
Ball in the possession of Mika Simpson, who finds Brooke Brown. Brooke Brown trying to get through. Can't do so. Ali Wilson. Great steal there from Ali Wilson.
That's a foul. The ref decided
not
not
to
to call.
Herself. They're going to wave the points off.
Ali Wilson's like, so you didn't call the first one, which was a breakaway, but you called the second one when we had an easy lay-in afterwards.
It's a shame, though, that, you know, what they could have done is...
Let it go.
They could have let it go.
However, the foul is on Simpson. Ali Wilson's going to go to the line for 2 due to the bonus situation, so as long as she gets him in, it's really no harm, no foul. Gregory's coming on, and Hope Turdich is going to take a break.
She deserves a break as well. Hope Turdich up to 27 points and 9 rebounds, so she's 1 rebound away from the double-double.
And Hope Turdich really needs that break. Look at her. She's put in the minutes
she's
tonight.
Spent.
Wilson with the first.
Margin cut back to 8. Brie Gregory, another proud Indigenous.
I believe she's from one of the islands. Or at least her
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Very, very sorry for all the inconvenience caused there. As we're back here now, 6:20 left in the fourth, 79-72 in favour of the Launceston Tornadoes as Ali Wilson passes over now to Shelby Sheslick, and Sheslick can get it now, and the margin now back over to 5 points. Tornadoes compared to the Diamond Valley in that half. 67-64, it was a three-quarter time for those who just joined for the very first time. Huge apologies yet again for what has happened, and we're seeing Tornadoes play it down as we speak. Remember to stick with us for the men's game between Diamond Valley and the Northwest Tassie Thunder, which is up straight after this one as we go to a timeout here. Margin 79-74 here at Diamond Valley Stadium at the Nest. Hopefully to see the Eagles try and secure their third win of season 2019. We'll be back very, very shortly with more of the NBL1 action between the Eagles and the Tornadoes. Stick with us.
And we're at a timeout with 5:58 to go. And sorry about the technical difficulties for anyone actually watching at home. It's a 5-point game. We are in the bonus, they are not. Both got 2 timeouts left to finish the game.
And we're hoping to get a bit more out of the girls. Hope Turditch now up to 31 points for the game, which is really, really good as well. You got Sheslick on 19 points as we look over really quickly. Both Turditch and Sheslick have hit their double-doubles this afternoon as well. Well, according to this, 30 points, not 31. So 30 points, 12 rebounds, 19 points and 11 rebounds. So good stuff from our big two. Sheslick tries to go in, and
we're still up. The technical issues are fun. Right, and the ball only just made it in off the second count. Stephanie Gardner's coming up. Wilson almost had the steal. Just keep an eye on the green. Oh, Wilson thought she had the steal. Luckily, Gardner missed, and Krupe comes up with it and is fighting to keep control of it.
And it's also a jump
ball with the possession arrow for Launceston.
Defense being called, whistle being called, and the Tornadoes are going to go to the line here, which is problematic for the Eagles.
Yeah, look, in a close game, we don't want to be giving them freebies.
They've worked very hard to get themselves back into this one as well. Margin remaining now at 6. First shot there from Beck is successful, and Beck is up to
lead out to 7.
8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Margin 7 points, 5 minutes left in the fourth. Krupe couldn't get there, and Gardner.
Yeah, she's had a few unlucky rolls tonight.
And what an afternoon Stephanie Gardner has had for the Tornadoes. Ball out over the Beck. Oh, block, beautiful there from Turditch. And they're away again now with McCorkle. They've got to fire something really, really quickly. Is Turditch thinking too? She does.
Splash.
She does.
5-point game.
5 points the margin, 81-76, 4.5 left here. What can they do? Gardner
Trying to draw a foul on Jerry, but Jerry stayed down.
This is good stuff here from the Eagles. Wilson, McCorkle, 3 would be nice from Jerry.
There we go. Jerry McCorkle with the answer. It's a 2-point game, ladies and gents.
What a comeback from the Diamond Valley Eagles after what looked like the Tornadoes were going to run away with it with a 10-point lead halfway through that third quarter, Jay.
Diamond Valley giving me a heart attack as per usual. Hope is frustrated, so's Ali. Ali's going about what the one before.
And the margin is at 2 points. What can they do here? This is a big, big moment in this game. Margin now at 3 points in favor of the Tornadoes. It's cut out to 4, 3:50 left in the fourth. But not down and out yet are the Eagles. Wilson thinking 2.
There we go. Ali Wilson leading us back.
And the margin now is at 83-81.
Gardner's going to see what she's got to say about it.
Long.
Sheslick collects, and Wilson's off to the races.
Quite literally as well. Wilson.
Go on,
over.
Jerry.
Jerry. Sheslick. Tie things up. No.
Maybe not the shot Jonathan would have wanted.
Very close, though. And Stephanie Gardner gets the defensive rebound there.
How many rebounds is she on, Mike?
Stephanie Gardner is on her 6th rebound now at 21 points.
The sound out of hope was interesting.
It's 5 points the margin, and it's under 3 minutes to go. Last thing the girls need is to get away any more fouls. Krupe.
Oh, she just
close.
cannot get it to drop. They need a desperate stop.
2:40 left, 86-81.
That'd be a
Brown.
killer if this goes. And
Missed it.
Shelby to the rescue. Krupe's off, and she's got numbers.
Here's Krupe. What can Krupe do? Spins. 12.
Drive.
Sheslick. Krupe for a deep 2.
There we go. Back to a 3-point game. 2 minutes to go, and we're in the bonus, and they have 1 foul.
This is as close the girls have been since the first quarter with the Tornadoes, Jay. What a turn of events. It's stolen
Hope with
again.
the steal.
2 minutes left. 3 points the margin. Wilson going to drive. Thinking Krupe. Krupe thinking 3. No.
What was that about warnings from the league?
Got a bit too much on that one, that's for sure.
Oh, I would have brought the house down if it went in, though.
Yeah.
Krupe's accurate. Like, they're all going in and out. She's just unfortunate today.
Gardner.
The
Sheslick.
foul is going to be on Krupe. However, it's a great foul from Sheslick. Great block from Sheslick, sorry.
Yeah. You saw Sheslick go back off, sister.
She's had a night with the blocks.
That's her 4th block. That is remarkable. Gardner.
Just a shout out to Ali Wilson, who did get that triple-double. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 13 assists, and the 2 steals to go with it.
Wow. Margin at 4 points.
She's definitely stepping up. It's a
She
3-point, 5-point game.
It's now up to 6. Margin.
You
now.
go for a quick 2, or you see if Ali Wilson's got a 3 in her.
Ali going close.
Trying to draw a foul and didn't.
Margin now still at 6, and that's going to hurt.
That's the dagger.
That hurts. Beck Abel gets the 2 points. The timeout being called by Diamond Valley. It is 8 points to Welcome back. 91, I should say, 83 in favour of the Tornadoes.
I wish they were on 81.
It's going to be very hard. They need a few quick threes here to Diamond Valley to try and get themselves back in this one. But it looks like the Tornadoes might have pipped us at the end here.
Yeah, Krupi's been unlucky, so I'd be looking for Wilson or Jerry to nail a three. Foul, really.
Sheslick. Long over to McCorkle. Back over to Sheslick. To Turdage. Can't keep a hold of that one. And that's a coach killer right there. John Goodman knows it. And the margin is still at 8. And Gardner's just going to take as much time off the shot clock as possible as we tick down to 10 seconds on the shots.
The time is more important to them now than the extra points.
And Gardner goes down.
Foul is going to be on number 4, Wilson. It must have been a body check.
Again, the Eagles being so brave, very brave throughout the entire game. We've had fantastic showings as Gardner gets the first from Wilson, from Turdage, from Sheslick. All three of them should be very proud of the game that they've had. Gardner gets again another shot in. And that hurts. That hurts dramatically. McCorkle, long, Sheslick, 2 points to stem the bleed a little bit. She does so. Martin back to 8. So it's under double digits. 40 seconds left. 93-85. Gardner again got to try and run the clock down a little bit. Turdage behind her. Block. Turdage running really quickly as much as she can to get the ball. Can't do so. Finished there by Brown.
Diamond Valley ball. We created the turnover.
They need to hit a quick three here. A quick surefire three. Krupi over to Wilson. Back to Krupi. She was thinking a long-range three. Over to Sheslick. Margin still at 8. It's going to remain at 8. Brown, Gardner.
They dribble it out.
And they are going to run this clock down. Congratulations to Mike Johnston. His first win as interim coach of the Launceston Tornadoes, as the Tornadoes win this one 93-85. Jay, we'll quickly get your man of the match before we...
So coach's battle is going to go to Michael Johnston. Great way to make your weekend debut, going 1-for-1 with a win. Player of the match has to go to Gardner. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals and 1 foul. Like, have yourself a ball game. However, I do feel we should shout out Ali Wilson. This was a game we really wanted to win, and she came up with 17 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, and 2 steals. Getting a triple-double in the NBL1 is impressive.
It is indeed. Hope Turdage on 32 points, 14 rebounds. Shelby Sheslick, 21 points, 11 rebounds. We will be back here very, very shortly. The girls will take on the Southern Sabres next Saturday night with tip-off there at 5:30 p.m, while their final home game, the Launceston Tornadoes, they take on the Waverley Falcons from 6:30 p.m. next weekend. Jay is my expert here this afternoon. He was there for the women's game. He'll be here for the men's game. We'll be back very, very shortly with the men's game. It is NBL1 action here on the NBL YouTube channel. The doubleheader continues at the Nest.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.